remember for a long time. Now, speaking of remembering things for a long time, there are some things that you want to remember. You don't have any right to pull your eye tooth with anyone in your family because you did not see everything like you wanted to see. You remember it was homecoming. It was a family reunion. It was your favorite sports and your son was playing or your daughter. There was a big party and there were church activities and picnics. Now, what we want you to do for us, we want you to remember that you can get all of that on tape. All you will have to do is call Mr. J.B. Foy at the American Video Studio. The telephone number is Post Office Box 38, Spencer, Oklahoma. The address, now I want to make sure I have it right. The telephone number is 771-4884. The address is Post Office Box 38, Spencer, Oklahoma. The telephone number is 73084. Once again, if you want to get everything on tape, I'm talking about videotape. I'm talking about something that really goes. I want you to call 771-4884 and ask for Mr. Foy. God's Trombone, a series of sermons by James Weldon Johnson, an eminent writer, mixed in with the music of the Fifth Street Baptist Church Choir under the direction of Mr. Clay Carter, will present next Sunday evening at 6 p.m., that's February the 23rd, God's Trombone. Listen at the music, how great thou art. Go down, Moses. Faith of our fathers. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world. Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Wade in the water. I feel like a motherless child, and were you there? You have never heard anything like it. It will go down in history as the best you have ever heard. Now, once again, God's Trombone, 5th Street Baptist Church, 801 Northeast 5th Street, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We have some very distinguished guests for you today, and tonight we will be down at Oklahoma University when that university will select Miss Black Oklahoma University. Now remember, that will be tonight at exactly 7:30 p.m. at the University of Oklahoma. Next week it will be Langston University and Oklahoma State University that will be selecting their representatives. Wherever you are out in radio land, I want you to really relax. I want you to have these 30 minutes with me and just think you will spend an hour with me this evening from 5:15 to 6:15 or here on KBYE in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I would like to go through some schedules. I know many of you are calling me and you want to know where Brother President will be shown. And certainly we would like to thank those of you that have said a good word for Brother President. I would like to thank the school systems that are responding and saying that Brother President, the story of Dr. Martin Luther King, is a picture that all young people should see. Now, it has a message, and the message is a message of nonviolence. Please, if you have not made arrangements to see Brother President, please do that. All right, let's start out with next week. Next week, Brother President will be shown in Anadarko, Oklahoma. On Tuesday, February the 18th, it will be in Chickasha, Oklahoma, at the university there, and that will start at exactly 7:30. That's in Chickasha, Oklahoma, on the 18th. And I want you, all of my friends down in Chickasha, Oklahoma, I want you to be sure and be there. I want those of you out in Radio Land in the Enid area to be sure and realize that Brother President will be shown at Phillips University in Enid, Oklahoma on February the 21st. That's next Friday at exactly 8 p.m. And here to tell you more about that is Dr. Walker. Here is Dr. Walker.
Yes, Miss Luper, Brother President will be shown in Enid at Phillips University, and for further ticket information, you may contact Sister Meetrit Patterson at 233-1734. And I'm sure that Miss Patterson will be waiting to hear from all of her friends who have yet to have gotten their tickets for this. Incidentally, the Brother President will be, as Ms. Luper said, at Phillips University. I believe that's Gantz Hall. And that will be 8 p.m. on the 21st of February at 8 p.m. And be sure and contact Sister Patterson. And once again, her phone number is 233-1734. Also, as Ms. Luper mentioned, Brother President will be shown in Anadarko on the 20th at 8 p.m. Be sure and make arrangements to see it also. And if you're interested in having Brother President for your fraternal organization, your school, or just for educational privileges, you may call 424-3949, and you will be accorded that privilege. There will be a fashion show at John Marshall High School on the 28th of February. The cosmetology department invites all to come out for this fashion show. It is now Miss Black El Reno time. The Miss Black El Reno pageant will be held April the 5th in El Reno, Oklahoma, at Booker T. Washington High School Gym. Donations of $5. Tickets may be gotten from the participants, Minnie Butler or Darlene Sanders, or they may contact Shirley Walker or Calvin Luper. And incidentally, Calvin wants you to be sure to give him a call at Studio 75. He said he's got some tickets there for the Miss Black El Reno pageant, and I think he's got something on the first three that called. You might call and mention it. Be sure to tell him that you heard it here on the Clara Luper radio program. Miss Black El Reno pageant will be held Saturday, April the 5th, 1986 at the Booker T. Washington Gym. We are expecting a large crowd to be there from all the surrounding areas, so we will see you there. This potion the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant will be held in Oklahoma City, the week of June the 8th. And this is an update of information. And now back to Ms. Luper.
You're exactly right. The young ladies will come in from all over the state on June 8th. Dr. Walker, and you're telling us that we'll be down in Enid at what time?
8 o'clock, Ms.
At
Luper.
8 o'clock on what day?
February the 21st.
Well, will you be in Enid?
I would expect it to be there, Ms. Luper.
Oh.
I'm more than happy to be there.
Okay, well, if Dr. Walker will be there, I know everybody else, and those of you out in Enid, get out and get your tickets from Mrs. Patterson. And any of you that would like to see Brother President, call us 424-3949. Tonight, I want all of you to get down to Oklahoma University and see that university select what they told me other night would be the winner. I had the opportunity to go to a spaghetti dinner that was given in honor of the 1986 contestants. And they have some lovely contestants. And during my 5:15 show, we will talk to some of the directors of that pageant. In the meantime, Oklahoma City's pageant will be held on April the 12th at the Trade Winds Inn. Now, if you know any young ladies out in radio land, I want you to have them to call me immediately. This is the last week that we will select contestants for the 1986 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And certainly it's very, very important to us that every young lady in Oklahoma City that's interested in self-improvement will become involved in the pageant. Well, Matthews Brothers, located at 3434 West Reno, says thank you. Thanks to those of you that came into that are those of you that are still going down to Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno to do your shopping, and certainly they have a variety of everything. That's Mathis Brothers Furniture here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Clara Luper, KBYE Radio. Hello? Is this Dr. Holloway, the president of Langston University? Dr. Holloway, I understand that you and the Board of Regents did something outstanding yesterday. What was it? You have to talk up just a bit for me.
The next coach, head football coach for Langston University.
You selected it?
We hired.
You actually hired another coach for Langston University?
We applaud a Mr. Ron Akins.
Mr. Ron Akins? Well, who is Ron Akins?
Currently employed at Polytech Institute in Troy, New York, as special, of course, he was assistant coach there. He comes to us with a lot of coaching experience in about a couple of colleges. He's a graduate of North Carolina A&T, which is another historical black college, and we believe he comes to us with those qualities that would make our program what we all wish for it to be.
Well, Dr. Holloway, when your last coach came there, you...
Yes. Hello? 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 Hello?
We're having some difficulty here, and we will correct it in just a minute. Yes, Dr. Holloway? Okay, are we back together? Okay, now last time you hired a coach, you were so excited, you told me that you had the right one.
Well, all we can do is to give people an opportunity and support them, and I think our program has improved since the last time. I believe we have a nucleus here that the next coach, of course, ought to be successful.
All right, now you're telling me that Akins, a young man from Troy, New York, can come here to Oklahoma and develop a team. How old is he?
30 years old.
30 years old. Okay, now what winning experience has he had?
That experience, he's been assistant coaches on winning teams. He's been on 2 different college teams. He's worked at the college level, and of course nowadays we find that there's a lot happening in college athletics, and we believe he has those qualities and that day-to-day experience of how a team is to operate and how young men function at the college level. I think he brings to the program those ingredients that he should hit the ground running.
When will he?
And he has a good nucleus. We have a lot of good players that are already here, and we believe that with his program and with the support that we would give, we believe that he's already here.
He's already in Oklahoma City.
Well, he's not in Oklahoma City. He is on the campus. He came in yesterday for the announcement, and he will be going back to New York today. He'll be back on campus full time on Wednesday.
All right, now, does he have a family?
Married? Yes. He has a wife who happens to be from this general area. She is a graduate, I understand, of Oral Roberts University, and her native home is Wichita, Kansas.
And so they're coming back to Oklahoma.
Coming to Oklahoma. He has had Tarkio College. He's worked at Tarkio, which is in Missouri. So he's from this, even though he's now in New York, he's from this general area. He has a lot of contact here in the state of Oklahoma and in surrounding areas.
Is he a fraternity man?
I'm not sure. I do not know.
Oh, so that didn't have anything to do with it. What you did, you went through the qualifications of everyone, you decided on the...
I'm very pleased to report there was a lot of interest. We had some 30-odd completed applications.
Oh, Dr. Holloway. Now, come on, Dr. Holloway.
Yeah.
You had 30 applications for the job at Langston University.
For the head football coach at Langston University. Tremendous interest. And I'm happy to report that normally when we get the kind of interest that we got this time, the top candidate usually are out there searching, for job opportunities and for promotions and things of this nature. But I'm happy to say that this young man was one of the top 3 candidates that was recommended to me. And I'm very happy that he's the first one that we offered the job to, and we're happy that he's second.
Dr. Holloway, I want you to hold on because you're talking about what you know and what you have done. I know one thing at Burger Brothers today, and they are having something very special. They have fresh pork steaks for 99 cents a pound, smoked picnic ham. You will not believe this, 88 cents a pound. That's why I can always tell my clients that Burger Brothers groceries and meats always sell for less. Located at 412 South Harvey, they have everyday low prices. Now, when you go into Burger Brothers this evening, I want you to go and look at the vegetables. They are all fresh. Not only do I want you to see the fresh pork steaks and buy those 99 cents a pound, smoked picnics, hams, 88 cents a pound, but I want you to look at the other meat. If you want some Wilson's Preferred pork and some #1 U.S. choice beef, go to Burger Brothers. But I want you to buy some canned goods, all at Burger Brothers, 412 South Harvey here in Oklahoma City. Now, Dr. Holloway, I do not know how you would go about selecting. I know you sent out notices through newspapers and other means about the vacancy. Is that correct?
Yes. Our selection process, we appoint a screening committee, search and screening committee, which is made up of approximately 7 persons. Alumni, the national president of alumni selected their representatives, students, persons from the student body, as well as our faculty. And of course, we announced it through the various mediums, that is, newspapers. We sent notices to most of the major colleges across the country, and we got a lot of response. Most of the applicants were from many, many places, many states throughout the United States.
And so Atkins is on the campus now.
He's currently on the campus.
What time will he leave?
He will leave in approximately, I think his flight leaves about 5. I'm happy to get ready to head back to the airport.
All right, now when he comes back to Oklahoma, we certainly would like to have the opportunity to interview him.
He is excited about the opportunity on yesterday evening, Clara. He has already had an opportunity to meet one segment of his supporters since the Board of Regents were meeting in Tulsa on yesterday. So he has had a chance. They gave him a little reception yesterday afternoon, right after the announcement. So he's met the eastern part of Oklahoma, and he's looking forward to his return and to meet all of the many supporters.
Well, what I want you to do, Dr. Holloway, I would like for you to call me back at 5:20 this evening, if it's not too inconvenient, because yes, the same number. I will be on from 5:15 to 6:15, and I want you to tell my 5 o'clock special audience about what has happened at Langston University, probably the biggest story of all, and I understand that next week you will select your representative in Miss Black, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Okay, well, be sure and contact me this evening at 5:20. Clara Luper reporting, KBYE Radio, and goodbye to you, Doctor. Okay. Save money and gasoline and time at Enterprise Square Place. Oh, what a deal. You'll be glad you did. 4901 North Martin Luther King Avenue is a place. It's called Enterprise Square Place. It's first class, and you're safe at last at Enterprise Square Place, 4901 North Martin Luther King Jr. Place. One stop does it all. You can get your tag, buy your automobile tags, your motorcycle tags, any kind of tags that you can buy anywhere else. You can buy them at Enterprise Square Place, 4901 North Martin Luther King Avenue. You can pay your utility bills. You can make use of the postal services because the post office is open there. And you can get your clothes cleaned at Sherry's Cleaners. Be sure and tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper Radio Show. The Watkins Stevens Skyview Convalescent Nursing Home is making this show possible. They have 24-hour nursing service. Miss Betty Ari Lynch is the administrator, and she invites you to come out. Look at Watkins Stevens Skyview Convalescent Nursing Home. Don't forget to Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Capital Tire and Automotive Incorporated specializes in Goodyear tires and service, located at 23rd and Kelly. Mr. Leroy Miller is a sales shop manager. Mr. Riley Jones Sr. is the general manager. Now, that whole staff invites you to come on down, and they have a very special going on down there. You can get your car winterized for only $17.95, and you can get everything checked. Batteries, transmission fluid, and if you don't want to wait, you can leave your car and come back and pick it up. Speaking of picking it up, let's pick up your telephone and call Sir Charles the Tailor, 733-7600. The address is 6225 Southeast 15th Street. Sir Charles will tell you that you can have a suit made just to suit you. Now, that is really outstanding. Tonight is the big night. Tonight will be one of the largest nights of all at the House of Bingo, 3613 North Everett Street. It's unbelievable, the prizes that will be given away according to Mr. Singer. That's at the House of Bingo, 2613 North Everett Street, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You don't have to go all over town to play bingo. You can play at the House of Bingo. Now, do you want to keep your feel safe in your own home? If so, call the M&W Welding Company and let them put up some burglar bars. They are located at 2601 Northeast 23rd Street. The telephone number is 424-1482 here in Oklahoma City. Well, Medical Center State Bank, a member of FDIC, will start celebrating Black History Week next week, and I want you on my 515 show. I'm going to tell you all about that big parade. That will be one of the largest parades in Oklahoma City, and you are invited to be in it. And those of you that would like to save some money for Christmas, go by Medical Center State Bank and ask for Mrs. Marion Humphrey. Tell her you heard it on the Clara Luper radio show. And here's Onita with the funeral and death announcements.
Raw Funeral Home announces the following services. Services from Mr. Willie Allen of 308 Northeast 9th Street will be Monday at 2 p.m. in the chapel of the Raw Funeral Home. Services from Mrs. Catherine Bonner of 2128 North Punchill, pending with the Raw Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Willie E. Iverson of 809 Northeast 35th, also pending with the Raw Funeral Home. Temple Funeral Home announces the services of Mr. Riley Henry of 172 Luther, Oklahoma, will be Thursday at 2 p.m. in the Luther's Gym, and that is in Luther, Oklahoma. Funeral service for Mr. Frank Jones, 3204 Northeast 14th Place, will be Tuesday at 1 p.m. in the Olive Branch Baptist Church in Valum, Oklahoma. Funeral service for Mr. Alfred Smith, better known as the Gray Fox, at 1901 North Nebraska, will be Tuesday at 1 p.m. in the chapel of the Temple Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Andrew Mack of 2127 Northeast 19th will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. at the Faith Memorial Baptist Church. Funeral service for Mrs. Hattie Burnett of Oklahoma City is pending with the Temple's Funeral Home. We would like to say to the families today, sorrow is a shadow that soon fades beneath the sun and passes with the darkness as a brighter day begun. May peace come soon to you as time begins to ease your sorrow. And back to Clara.
Thank you, Onita. It was a sad day in Guthrie yesterday because one of the native citizens came home to be laid to rest. His name was Leonard Perry. He was born to Sherman and Mary Perry in Guthrie, Oklahoma. He attended elementary and high school there. He served in the armed forces for 4 years. After being honorable discharged, he moved to Chicago. He was employed by the Chicago Transit Company. At the time of his death, he was an English instructor in the Chicago schools. So today we extend our sympathy to his mother, Mrs. Mary L. Perry of Guthrie, Oklahoma, to his 6 children, Israel, Victor, Craig, Deborah, Joanne, and Tina of Chicago. His 3 sisters, Ella Moore of Guthrie, Lavera Foster of Hannibal, Missouri, Willie Mae Round of Wichita, Kansas, and his two brothers, Virgil L. Perry of Lombard, Illinois, and Leroy Perry of Los Angeles, California. And incidentally, I have a note here. The family gratefully acknowledges all cards, telegrams, flowers, and the many acts of kindness that was shown toward them. That services was yesterday in Guthrie, Oklahoma. It was under the direction of the Smith Funeral Home, and Reverend L.R. Austin delivered the eulogy. Would you like a 2-bedroom apartment with a dishwasher, a garbage disposal, a 2-bedroom apartment right here in Oklahoma City? You can move in. It's furnished. They have a burglary alarm and everything. I want you to call this number, 427-0781. You will have a yard of your own, a 2-bedroom apartment. Congratulations to the young ladies down at Oklahoma University tonight. Coming from Haywood Hill Carpet Sales and Installations, 1931 Northeast 23rd Street. His telephone number is 427-5411. Haywood is open 5 days a week, and he is open to take care of business. I want you to remember that those of you that have contestants and you would like to participate in Miss Black Oklahoma, I want you to call me. It's Soul Bazaar time in Oklahoma, and certainly this Soul Bazaar will prove to be one of the largest ones in its history. HTB would like to invite you to Soul Bazaar 86, which will be May 2nd and 3rd. There will be a parade on May 3rd. Mr. Nava Hudson and members of the Duncan branch of NACP request the pleasure of your distinguished company at the showing of the movie Brother President, the story of Dr. Martin Luther King, which will be shown at the Antioch Baptist Church, 315 Sycamore, Duncan, Oklahoma, on February the 27th, 1986 at 7 p.m. On my 5:15 special this evening, Representative Kevin Cox will be one of my distinguished guests. In the meantime, McCurson's Prescription Shop is located at Northeast 26 and Martin Luther King Avenue. The store hours are weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. There will be free delivery of any and all doctor's prescriptions. 10% discount for all senior citizens at McCurson's Prescription Shop. Well, this is a day after Valentine, and I would like to send some love greetings out, and I would like to make some prediction. I predict that this is a year that Clyde Madden will get married. That's one of my predictions. Clyde Madden will get married in 1986, and Clyde, wherever you are, happy Valentine to you. As I look at the clock on the wall, I know it's time for me to say goodbye to you in the next 40 seconds. I hate to say goodbye to you because I just hate to leave you. You're so sweet and you're so kind and you're so understanding. But at 5:15, I'm going to give you a special that you will always remember. And from all of us here, remember my home telephone number is 424-3949. And this evening on my telephone, I will be talking to Mrs. Maxine Burroughs, who has a story to tell. I wanted her to tell it on this edition, but I didn't have enough time. Miss Maxine Burris, I will be talking to you at 5:15. I will be talking to Kevin Cox. I will be talking to the students at Oklahoma University. And remember, wherever you are, I want you to know one thing, that you will be with Clara Luper at 5:15. I love you. Bye-bye now.